So the case against the alleged insurance killer, and we took you into court a short while ago, Agnes Setshwantsho, has now been postponed to the 27th of June. And the 49-year-old is accused of killing her niece in 2023 to pocket 3 million rand in insurance policy payouts. Newzroom Afrika's Refiloe Seboko is outside court and joins us now live. Refiloe, good morning. So those proceedings concluding a short while ago with that postponement from the magistrate of 1 month. The state had been asking for a 2-month proposal, but that request was received and really eviscerated by Setshwantsho's defense lawyer, Nhlanhla Mahlangu, who is basically questioning the state's readiness to go ahead with this trial and denying his client a fair and speedy resolution.
Indeed, Iman, you did see those proceedings unfolding here in court with the defense saying that the state seems to be playing delayed tactics, but also they are not happy with the state having not been able to even make an application. You'll remember that the previous time, on the 28th of March, the last time this matter was before court, it was postponed because the Director of Public Prosecutions in the Northwest Province was yet to authorize the transfer or expected to authorize the transfer of the case to the higher court amid of the serious allegations and the seriousness of this case. But let's speak to Nhlanhla Mahlangu just to get the sense of what do they make of what happened in court today. Thank you so much and welcome to Newzroom Afrika. Talk to us about what do you make of what happened today in court.
Thank you so much and good morning to your viewers, and thank you for having us. Basically, what the state has done or has successfully done was to convince the court that they need more time to do that which they said they were going to do as of 28 March 2024. And we are on the over 2 months now, and they have not done that, which was then to seek a centralization of the matters. That is the matter appearing in the Kuruman Magistrates Court with the matter appearing in the Mabatu District Court. So that has not happened. But they were then given a postponement to the 27th of June for them to get their house in order, to use the court's language, to ensure that they get the matter centralized, to ensure that they communicate with their colleagues in the DPP in Northern Cape, and to ensure that at least they start a conversation with the registrar of the Northwest Division of the High Court to move towards the transfer of the matter to the High Court for its adjudication.
What also transpired or came out in court, you raised the concern about the manner in which your client is treated.
I took instructions. I consulted with my client, which is something that I do regularly. And she indicates that every time she travels from Mafikeng to Kuruman and back, the treatment meted out by those transporting her falls below the standards that ought to be given to or afforded to a detained person, an accused person, under the care of the state. Meaning therefore that she can travel from Kuruman up until Mafikeng without the opportunity to relieve herself. She will actually be refused when she makes the request to relieve herself. Remember, she's a diabetic, that is on record. She'll be refused an opportunity to consume food to ensure that she keeps her sugar levels up or where they're supposed to be. She won't be able to relieve herself, which affects her health. And at some point, she instructs me that she had to relieve herself while she was in the vehicle and whilst the vehicle was in motion. So we thought the court should give, at least should remind the state that they have duties towards detained person. Detained person have rights that ought to be observed by the state, and the state should not treat the accused before court different simply because she faces the charges that are in the public domain.
You also made mention of an incident of your client being assaulted. Talk to us and give us details around that.
When I spoke to her, she indicated that on Thursday evening, last week Thursday that is, evening, she was assaulted by one inmate, but there was a group of them, surrounding her, circling her. She was rescued by the guards in the Mafikeng Female Detention Center. She was bleeding through her ear. She requested medical attention. She identified her assailant. She reported the assailant to the guards, to the authorities in the detention center. She requested medical attention, and to date, we are in Wednesday of the incident happened last week. Already on the 6th day, she has not received medical attention. You'll remember you were in court when the medical officer from the detention center was testifying. She indicated that at least 3 times in a week, she's at a center and she sees those that require medical attention. But in this instance, we're already in the 6th day. And Mrs. Setshwantsho has not received medical attention despite her obvious injuries. And she says to me, her instructions are that the bleeding through her ear was visible to the guards that attended to her on the day, in that evening, yes.
Thank you so much for your time. Tlatla Mahlangu, Iman, just closing it off about that incident that the client, his client, Agnes Setshwantsho, was allegedly assaulted in jail, with the magistrate giving a directive to say that she needs to be attended to, she needs to be given medical attention, and also the issue of postponing this matter for 2 months, the magistrate indicating that the reasons that have been presented are unreasonable, but also because of the seriousness of this case. And Tlatla Mahlangu was also saying that the state does not behave like this is a high-profile case, which they were given those reasons previously as to why is it that Agnes Setshwantsho should not be granted bail, which we understand at this moment in time she remains behind in custody because her bail had been she was denied bail, in fact, in December. But those are some of the things that came out in court today. That incident that Tlatla Mahlangu was explaining of is Agnes Setshwantsho being assaulted in jail by another inmate. But also, he was also requesting that, yes, she is detained, she is an inmate, but she should be treated, she should not be treated like an animal, she should be treated like a human being that she is. We're making reference to the traveling from Kurumane to Mahikeng, saying that she's not been given time to relieve herself. The issue of centralizing the case also came out here in court, Iman, today. You remember that the case that is sitting in Kurumane, that of Agnes Setshwantsho's son. That's why the state has said that it intends to make an application so that these two cases can be centralized and they both sit in the Northwest Division.
Yeah, Refiloe, just judging by what you heard from the defense lawyer then, Tlatla Mahlangu, talking about the treatment that she has experienced during the commute between court, the access to medication and treatment for her condition. It seems to be like he's building a case when he told the court earlier, criticizing the delays from the state in terms of access to a completion or proceeding with the trial for his client, and him also telling the magistrate that nothing about the state's conduct indicates a speedy and fair trial. I wonder if he's starting to build towards something that maybe at some point even leads to a dismissal of the case or some kind of punitive action when it comes to the case. But we'll hear more as these proceedings develop. Refiloe Seboko there, just sharing with us the latest in this insurance case involving Agnes Setshwantsho. We'll have more.